Everywhere is on fire right now. Everywhere is on fire. Hell has broken loose already. Now, Mohbad's father went to one of the national television station in Nigeria where some couple of women gathered, asked questions. Now, we observed that some of them took it personal. Of course, this is what they do. And one of them, I think she said she's a lawyer. She has her head covered, a Muslim lady. I think the show is TVC. Yeah. Uh, I think it's called the Robin Mind or something like that. I can't really remember the theme of the program. So Mohbad's father went to this show and questions were asked. What I could get from one of the women is this, that Mohbad's father should stop attending interviews. He should stop talking on social media. And I'm like, if Mohbad's father had stopped talking, if Mohbad's father is to listen to what she's saying, then why did they invite Mohbad's father to their own talk show? Like, I didn't understand what she was driving at. I'm like, what kind of foolishness is coming out of the mouth of this lady? You said Mohbad's father has not gotten the best of advices and that he should not come on social media to speak in a certain way, he shouldn't do this. And I'm like, if he does not come out to speak, who then is going to speak on his behalf? And I thought about it this way. If it were the other way around, we are not praying for anyone's demise. If it were the other way around, would she be saying the same thing? I'm sure she might be broken apart or maybe go to where she's from. I think she's from Edo State, and ask them. She will forget Islam and say, please, do some spiritual whatever and let's get to the root of the matter. She will not want to go to the court alone to make sure that whoever is behind, because I see that there is a lot of fire in her. She's very outspoken, and of course she's a lawyer, but then inside of her I could still see into her eyes. But that's not what we want to talk about. You're about to hear some very deep things right now, because there is more update on justice for Mohbad. I said we will get there. We will get there. This is bombshell. We will get there. We will get there. There is no way out of this. We've started getting more information. Information of what happened to Mohbad in the UK, who went with Mohbad to the UK upon his arrival, who welcomed him, how it was all done, and the show that he went to in Ikorodu to promote the so-called bitter drink or whatever it is, libido drink or whatever it is that people are drinking nowadays. This is deep. I want you to pay attention to this. If you've never listened attentively before, please do on this one. Do not forget to like and share. Tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell if you're just coming across this channel. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you for returning and also for being here. I also want to say a special thank you, and may God replenish the pockets of those that have tapped on that thanks button. It is the one with the love icon with the dollar sign in the middle of it. May God replenish your pockets. And if you want to also be part of this, you can also tap on the button. Let's get right into it.
Baba oni eni kokolota. That was why Baba went there. But when I take my only Baba lota, Aba only favorite won. Abi egbo mi. Ọmọ kékeré tó jí lọ́jọ́ ayé. Ọmọ 26 years old tó jí lọ́jọ́ ayé. Tó wá fẹ́ ọmọ kékeré bí ẹgbẹ́ tó fi pa ọmọ kékeré ni tí ó mọ̀ pé grandmother wa ni. Old mama Yongi ìyẹn Wunmi. Tó fi pé òun máa lo the rest of her life, his life with that girl. Tí ó mọ̀ pé àgbébọ̀ adìyẹ lòun gbé sínú ilé, tí ó mọ̀ pé apẹ̀rẹ̀ àjàṣẹ́ lòun gbé sínú ilé. Ọwọ́ apá ọmọ yẹn ẹjọ́ ṣé wọ́n ti gé etí gbogbo àwọn ladies yẹn lọ ni tí wọ́n gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ láti jọ ẹ̀ alájà àborí má bò wá ṣé ẹ ti wá àbùjá bá àbúyín mọ́ etí ni tẹ̀fín ni bàbá yẹn lára tẹ sọ pé does he need all what he's doing? I beg your pardon. Ọmọ lọ sọ pé ó kú kò kí ń ṣe ẹja kò kí ń ṣe ajá. They were so biased yesterday. Ẹ ti mọ̀ pa Pọ̀kọ̀jáyé group ni wọ́n and we careless. Let me just shock you all now. Even if any of the TV stations are not supporting Baba, Chembomi, and so Biolomo Kimbenyon, we are care. Tí gbogbo yín bá supporting me, we don't care. Am I communicating? Ọlọ́run, ọ̀nà tó bá gbójú lé Ọlọ́run, gbogbo nǹkan ló ní. Kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin TV station kẹ́ sọ pé entertain bàbá. Kí ẹ̀ ṣe rí àwọn blogger lásán. Ohun wa gan ti rin gbogbo àgbáyé. Ṣe rí gbogbo ti yín yẹn addition ni. Sọ pé kẹ́ gbèjà bàbá. Sọ pé kẹ́ gbèjà anybody. But you have to be neutral. That is a TV station for crying out loud. Why are you being biased? Why? Ṣé bàbá ṣe yín? Tẹ́ bá máa something. Ẹ sọ pé women supporting women. Because I'm a woman. Ṣé ti gbàgbé pé this is a child of somebody. This is a child of somebody. We are talking about human being for crying out loud. Wọ́n sọ pé ẹni tí ò bá wọ bàtà kò lè mọ ibi tí bàtà ti ń dùnyàn. Look at the questions they were asking. Kí ló dé tí bàbá sáré lọ sí ọmọ yẹn ìgbà tó mọ̀ pé òun fẹ́ jà fún justice. I beg your pardon, TVC ladies. Listen and listen good. Bàbá ò sáré lọ sí ọmọ. Mọ̀ bá ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo wọn. Àwọn yamayama mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin yẹn. Mọ̀ bá ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo wọn. Abẹ́ gbọ́ mi ni. Èyí tó borí ẹ sọ pé kí ló dé tí bàbá ṣe sáré lọ sí ọmọ ìgbà tó mọ̀ pé òun wá justice. I beg your pardon. Bàbá don't understand how it works. Bàbá ò sí lórí social media. Mo sọ fún yín pé pẹ̀kẹ̀lẹ̀ méṣì pè mí padà wọ́n ro mí. Ẹ ló mọ̀ tó ní bàbá Mohbad ń lò. Níbi tí Mohbad deprive bàbá. Ló ṣe fẹjọ́ music industry ẹ̀sùn. Am I communicating? Bàbá yìí ò mọ̀ nǹkankan. Bàbá tí Bùkún ti kọ́kọ́ pé Mohbad ti kú o tó dẹ̀ ti sọ ìlọ́tì fún bàbá. Ṣé kí ṣọ́ọ̀kì ń sìn? Ṣàbẹ̀pọ̀ sọ pé Ìbùkún ló ti kọ́kọ́ sọ fún bàbá pé Mohbad ti kú. Kò ṣe Mohbad ti kú nìkan ni Ìbùkún sọ fún bàbá o. Tẹ́ bá rí bàbá yẹn tó ń jà fikàn ó ní reason ni. Bàbá tó sọ fún èwo nínú gbogbo ẹ̀ gbọ́. Èwo nu wa lọ́lẹ̀ sọ pé ọ̀tá àwọn ọmọ wa kú. Tá máa wá gbé sára bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bàbá yẹn gbé sára. Láti ọ̀sán tí Blessing ti pé kò sọ fún ẹ̀dá alààyè kankan. Tí ò bá ń ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ní 3 days ago. Báwo ni bàbá yẹn ṣe ń feel bó ṣe ń rìn lọ sílé yẹn tó dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé ọmọ òun ti kú. Ìyá Mohbad tún sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Àwọn òun sọ pé kó padà sílé. Ẹjọ́ tó bá yẹ pé bàbá yẹn padà sílé, kí làwọn òun fẹ́ sọ pé ó ṣe Mohbad náà? Bàbá yẹn ò tún ẹmọ ẹkún tí bàbá yẹn sùn sínú bó ṣe ń lọ sí Lẹ́kì yẹn ni. Tí Bùkún ti sọ fún. Ọmọ máa ṣọ́kú ẹ mọ́ lójú ni. Ìwọ tó sọ pé bàbá ò deserve anything good for Mohbad yẹn. Ọmọ máa ṣọ́kú ẹ mọ́ lójú ni. Tó o bá lọ́mọ, ó máa yàgò tó máa fi dalẹ̀ ni. Tó bá wá ní aṣọ́kú mọ́ ẹ lójú. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ọmọ játijàti. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ tọ́yìn ń bọ́. Tẹ́ máa kọ́mẹ̀ntì olórí burúkú. Ṣọmọ lè ṣọ́kú mọ́ yín lórí kẹ́ máa kọ́mẹ̀ntì tẹ́ ń kọ́mẹ̀ntì yẹn. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ọmọ játijàti. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá lè táìpù ẹ̀fọ̀ fún lórí platform yìí. Nídìí amọ́ra wa. Abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. TVC. I'm not gonna talk again. Ẹ jẹ́ kó rí yín pé it's better kẹ́ sọ pé ìfẹ́ bàbá ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Dàkẹ́ wá mú lọ kẹ́ máa ti ọ̀rọ̀ sí lẹ́nu. Enough of your fuckeries. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fún wọn lẹ̀. Now, kí ni mo fẹ́ sọ? Wọ́n ti kó sí mi lórí. Oh, yeah. Ṣàbẹ̀ pé bàtà bẹ̀rẹ̀ chai. Ṣé rántí irọ́ tó wá pa fún wa nìyẹn? Wọ́n sọ fún wa pé ọmọ olówó ni Wunmi. Wọ́n ní ojú òkè ni Mohbad máa fi ń wò ní street ńgbà yẹn. Mo padà wá láti wá sọ fún yín lọ́sàn-án láti gbẹ̀rígbẹ̀ ní back of palace Yom Top Street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ní street àwọn Wunmi ṣé ń gbọ́ mi back of palace Yom Top Street lẹ́lẹ́pọ̀lé ni Wunmi ọmọ atẹrọ̀fọ̀ wọlé yánmọ̀yánmọ̀ wọn atẹrọ̀fọ̀ wọlé wọn atẹ̀gbẹ́ wọlé ni. Wunmi was not born with a silver spoon. Having said that, mi bu àwọn tí ò wá pẹ̀lú silver spoon. Wunmi was born with a spoonless spoon, abacha spoon. Ìṣíbí oníke tí ò ní nǹkankan. Àwọn Mohbad gan lówó jù wọ́n lọ. Ìyá ìgbà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá, ìyá ẹ̀ tún tààrẹ sí níta lé wọn ní. Ìyá ẹ̀ tún tààrẹ sí níta lé wọn ní. Wunmi was not born with a silver spoon. Kò kí ń ṣe ọmọ olówó rárá. Wọ́n tálíkà jèkúté ilé lọ. Wunmi tó bá ṣú ọ̀fun ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ ẹlẹ́pẹ̀ ẹ lọ sí Yom Top Street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀. ó wà lẹ́yìn pálásì ọba baálẹ̀ ẹlẹ́pẹ̀ ni ibẹ̀ lọ gbé ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé wọn lọ ti ń tàrẹsì àti kékeré ni Wunmi ti ń gbéṣẹ́ ẹ lọ sí street wọn kẹbèrè pa Wunmi Aristo ni àṣànà ni ṣé ẹ pé mi náà sọ mo wò pé kí ló mo ṣe ń pe ọmọ yẹn ní àṣànà wọ́n mọ̀ lórí street yẹn ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ délédélé ni wọ́n máa ń gbéṣẹ́ pàṣẹpàṣẹ ni mo mọ bó ṣe di Mohbad tí Mohbad fi fún pé ẹni tóun fẹ́ lo ìgbésí ayé òun pẹ̀lú nìyẹn gbogbo ará àdúgbò wọ́n nígbà tó fẹ́ ṣe introduction sí pẹ̀lú Mohbad gan kò sí ará àdúgbò wọn kankan tó wà ńbẹ̀ because wọn ò lè sọ fún ará àdúgbò wọ́n mọ̀ pé tó bá sọ fún ará àdúgbò wọ́n máa sọ fún Mohbad pé egun eléèrà igi eléèrà ló fẹ́ gbé àṣànà ló fẹ́ gbé àgbébù adìyẹ ló fẹ́ gbé ìyá ẹ̀ ráìsì ló tà ẹ ti mọ̀ wọ́n ráìsì aláta ṣúẹ́ṣúẹ́ ráìsì iṣan burúkú màmá ẹ bá mi fi iṣan yẹn sí tó máa ní òróró lórí èmi náà máa ń jẹ́ ńgbà yẹn ládùúgbò wa ráìsì ya mọ́ríà la máa ń pè ráìsì ya mọ́ríà tiẹ̀ ti di sísìn ó ti wà lamẹ́ríkà mo ní mọ́ríà àdàbí tí mo bá there is no kini kan in labour ráìsì nìyá ẹ̀ ń tà tí Wunmi bá sọ pé mo parọ́ mọ́ òun ẹ lọ sẹ́yìn baálẹ̀ ẹlẹ́pẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ilé ẹ̀ nílé àwọn Wunmi wà ṣé ń gbọ́ mi so ẹ bá mi tètè yìí raise impression yẹn pé ọmọ olówó ni Wunmi spoonless spoon lọ fi fún lóúnjẹ ṣíbí onígi òun lọ fi fún lóúnjẹ so tẹ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ bá máa sọ pé ọmọ olówó ni àbó lórí burúkú ni ẹni èmi náà sọ little wonder ọmọ olówó àṣewá lọmọ sábẹ́ bíríìjì ọmọ olówó àwọn sọ pé òun ti wà lórí street látọdún 10 Wunmi wá sí bí husband of my youth Mohbad ló dì virgin yẹn ò ní kúre ìwọ tó bú ẹ tó jẹ́ kókó Mohbad gan kò dúró ní òbú ẹ wọ́n láti fi elastic rubber wọ́n láti fi dì í múni ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ ẹfẹ kọmí hams tó mú Mohbad máa ń fọwọ́ di okó mú ni ẹ mọ bá ṣe fọwọ́ di okó mú ìgbà tó ń jẹṣẹ́ Tiwa Savage tí bàbá yẹn tó fọwọ́ yẹn di okó yẹn mú bí Mohbad ṣe máa fi ń dì í mú nìyẹn ṣọbọlọ ni kanji dam abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ gbọ́ ṣá Wunmi sọ pé okay ó ní Mohbad ló dábàálé òun ẹ bá mi bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ husband of my youth ò ní kúre àwọn bàbá oníkùpì tó ń tẹ̀lé àwọn bàbá tó ń lo Volvo àwọn bàbá tó ń lo Volvo tó ń lo bẹ́ẹ̀sì mo ti lówó rí tó wá ń gbé ẹ ládùúgbò Wunmi ò ní ṣoríire husband of your youth ikú pàyà ẹ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ Jùmọ̀kẹ́ wọ́n ní kùn ìyá ẹ̀ ikùn ìyá ẹ̀ wọ́n ní tí ìyá ẹ̀ bá tà rẹ̀ sí tán ìbá èrè tó rí lórí rẹ̀ sí ó máa jókòó síta tó máa ṣekùn bí tèmi báyìí bí àní ìyá ilé mọtí lójú oorun láì ṣe ìlàjẹ ni mo mọ̀ ṣé ìlàjẹ ló mọ tíṣà tó mi ò tiẹ̀ mọtí mu mi ìtọ́ tí wò rí ó ní tí ìyá ẹ̀ tó bá tà rẹ̀ sí tán báyìí bó ṣe máa jókòó síta ni ó ní kùn ètò yìí á mú bí àyẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dájọ́ ọkú fún ni á mú ẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ ẹ́ ìyá Wunmi husband of my youth wọ́n ní bí ohun ẹ̀ ṣe ti rí láti kékeré nìyẹn wọ́n ní bí ohun ẹ̀ ṣe rí nìyẹn wèrè tó sọ pé òun ráàpù ṣé nínú gọ́tà inú ilé tó ń gbé yẹn ló ti ráàpù ìwà àti BJ Bliss olórí burúkú ìyẹn ó dàbí vulture ẹ mọ àwọn vulture tó máa ń ugly yẹn ó dàbí ṣùwáwà tó fún lóúnjẹ ó lè máa fẹ́ tì mí kí n fẹ́ tètè ṣe tán ibi tá máa dàgbà darúgbó sínú abẹ́ gẹ́tì mi Wunmi àwa máa gbé wa mọ́ra husband of my youth okay Mohbad ló jábàálẹ̀ ṣèbẹ́ tó jábàálẹ̀ yàn tó bá ní kó ṣe DNA kíákíá ni as your lordship wishes ló máa sọ wọ́n ròyìn àwọn bàbá ẹ ti mọ àwọn Mercedes Benz ìgbáyé àwọn Mercedes Benz Polo àwọn Mercedes Benz ọkọ̀ Ìyábọ̀ àwọn mo ti lówó rí Mercedes Benz wọ́n náà wọ́n ló máa ń wá sádùúgbò wọn gbà ìyá ò dẹ̀ lè sọ̀rọ̀ mi ìṣeré o ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní street yẹn Yontop street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n spell Yontop sí fún yín YOMTOB street àdúgbò tó ń gbé nìyẹn tẹ́ bá mọ anybody níbẹ̀ pé wọ́n kẹ́ bèrè am I communicating wọ́n ní ìyá ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ máa ń rí tọkùnrin wá ń gbé. At what age? At what age? Kò má bá dọ̀bálẹ̀ torí mo ti fẹ́ kólẹ̀ gbogbo wa la máa fẹ́ kólẹ̀ fẹ́ ní kankan àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe kọ́. Olórí burúkú ọba Yomtob no Yomtob YOMTOB TOB bí ni kò ṣe P. Obu ẹ̀ sọ́kàwé ni. Ẹ̀mẹ̀ pé tẹ bá fẹ́ kó gbẹ̀nu sọ́kàwé láàníkẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀ma ti máṣíìnì yẹn bọ̀ ló máa fà jáde. Obu ẹ̀ sọ́kàwé ni. Sọ́kàwé ni yáá ni. Express motorway ni. Egungun be careful na express you dey go lobo ẹ̀. Olórí burúkú ó ti fòbò. Mohbad ò gbádùn òbò yẹn látàrọ̀ dalẹ́. Òbò ọmọ tí Mohbad dó ń bí báyìí. Mohbad yóò fẹ́ ni. Mohbad fẹ́ kú síbẹ̀. Olórí burúkú Dàróṣà àti mánéjà Mohbad ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ sọ fún Wunmi lé pé Mohbad ní girlfriend because ojú gbogbo yín ló jẹ Ìyábọ̀ lẹ́ o ṣó fẹ́ sọ pé ọmọ gẹ́ yẹn wà tí Paul ẹ̀ ní kúre gbogbo yín ẹ̀ ní kúre. Ọmọ Ghana fìfẹ́ wọn Mohbad ìfẹ́ tí Wunmi ò fi wọn ọmọ Ghana fìfẹ́ wọn. Beautiful girl. Ẹ fẹ́ rọmọ yẹn ni. Mohbad fẹ́ kú síbẹ̀ níṣẹ́. Ó lóun ò lọlé mọ́. Ó lóun ò lọlé mọ́. Ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ tọmọ Ghana fi wọn òun ò rí fẹ́ yẹn rí láti tọ́ tóun ti wà láyé ọmọ kékeré. Àánú ni Mohbad fẹ́ fi ṣe mánéjà. Wunmi sọ pé literate ni. No, Àyànú ni ṣáyà Àyànú ni yẹ. Àyànú ni Ìyábọ̀ ni Mohbad fẹ́ fi ṣe mánéjà. Wunmi sọ pé literate ni. Wunmi ló mú lesbo partner wá. Olórí burúkú ṣe ọkùnrin ó ń ṣe obìnrin ni. Wunmi tó bá ṣú ọ̀fun ẹ bọ́ta kó sọ pé mánéjà Mohbad yẹn kò ṣe lesbo partner ẹ. Ó mọ̀ mú lesbo partner fún Mohbad sódà gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n á máa sọ fún. Ìyẹn náà tẹ̀lé Mohbad wá sí London. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ pátá wọ́n dẹ̀ délé wọ́n sọ fún. Ìpè Mohbad ti you don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love.
Now wow. Yeah, it is true. At the beginning of this Justice for Mohbad, we were hearing narratives that were not true. And Karima was one of those that put out this foolishness. She tried to make it appear as if they are from a reputable family, they are from a well-to-do family. She made it appear like they are average. But upon digging deep, we realized that they are not. Karima only won visa lottery at a certain time in her life. And that was when her story changed. Now, I am kind of thinking that she won that visa lottery because God listened to her cries and tears, the pain she felt, and gave her the opportunity to just get out of the system, out of the circle of wickedness, out of the circle of wicked family. But somehow she was deceived to bring her mother in and problems started again. She tried her best to help Wunmi get out of foolishness, out of this wickedness. But Wunmi remained glued to her life in Nigeria. Why? Because she needed to fulfill the work, the job that those evil spirits gave to her to fulfill. She stood and stayed till Mohbad's last breath. And now she's trying to escape out of Nigeria. So, how did this all start? They also made us believe that Mohbad used to respect Wunmi a lot, that Wunmi was like the daughter of a very important person. No, that is not true. Wunmi's mother is just a lousy police officer, not really, I don't know, they say ranking, but not really ranking. Not like she's that kind of police officer. She's not really that type of person. Whatever she is, we don't even care. But we know that she has been able to influence certain people in the police force in that particular part when that incident happened. And she was able to curate favors to make sure that evidence that will nail Wunmi are not produced or gotten or found out. And of course, we know that the police did not do the needful. They never investigated anything. Nigerian police just went there. They said they created a 9 or 13 man and they went in there like a fool. They didn't seize mobile phones, confiscated for forensic analysis. They did no swabbing of anything. They just moved around and they concluded that CCTV is non-existent. But they were able to produce that of the nurse because they needed to nail the nurse. To nail the nurse. The nurse was the only person that needs to go to jail. And of course, they now thought about it. Who else can we include? They say, okay, prime board, because we have to show that something happened before we caught the nurse. Those are the two people that must go to jail. But their story did not add up because they did not have a video recording of Prime Boy's attack or even the aftermath of Mohbad bleeding. Proof just according to the police, they didn't have any of that. So that part of it was shaky. So they expected Prime Boy to shut up. What they did was to now call Prime Boy on social media. The police put it there wanted. So they decided to make it like is they wanted to make it appear like he has escaped. And I think the reason why this was done is because Mohbad's mother had told the police, told Wunmi that Mohbad's father told Prime Boy to escape. Now let's move on. Let's move on. So as I told you at the beginning, Mohbad's father went on this interview, and these ladies they started yapping and like they were trying to reprimand Mohbad's father. Like, why are you on social media? Why are you people say you're putting on clothes? The man clarified the aspect of clothes. They dug for certain things that the man had said, like what he talked about Naira Marley, saying Naira Marley has a right to reprimand him. But the man said, no, you misunderstood. You misconstrued what I was saying. I was not saying Naira Marley has a right to flog or bully Mohbad. That what he's trying to say is, as the boss of the record label, there are certain things that you can correct. And secondly, the man said that Naira Marley was also trying to prove to Mohbad that I am more than you, I'm older than you, I'm richer than you, I'm everything. And that's true. In life, whoever is richer than you, older than you, stronger than you, will definitely want to prove, but not to the point of bullying. Once bullying comes in, then it becomes a crime. Now, let's proceed from there. So there were a series of questions here and there, like they needed to attack Mohbad's father. And he was ready, he was clarifying those part of it, clarifying the parts of it. The final part of the discussion was that Mohbad's father should not come to talk again. And like I said at the beginning, if Mohbad's father did not say anything, how are we then going to find out the truth that this man was not the one that put his son under the soil? He made it clear, he said, I am not the one. What I saw, I left because I'm not supposed to see it again. I left and I handed over everything to the people that needs to get the thing done. If not for BBC, then. So that is what our guest is trying to clarify. They're saying, ladies, if you know you have nothing to offer, if you know you have no words meaningful that you have to say, please get the hell out. Do not call him in to ask questions and begin to talk trash, say words that are, that does not make sense. Now, they are free to say whatever they like. They are free to do whatever they want to do. It's their business. It's their business. Anyway, Mohbad's father will not go back there again. After this interview, well, that's that. And he has been interviewed in other platforms where people are really ready to listen to what he has to say rather than castigate him and try to. I'm sure that Mohbad's mother will be also asked to come to the show to speak. And I'm sure she will go to that show to speak. Let her speak. Maybe we'll even hear more truth there. Yeah. So, Mohbad went to the UK. From what we heard, he met a lady. And the information, we don't know if it was just a fan. We don't know if it's just a fan. He said she's a Ghanaian. So, Mohbad met this girl that he became friendly with. And Mohbad's manager went to deliver the news to allegedly that Wunmi and this particular lady are both into some kind of unreal relationship, if you know what I mean. They are into this lesbian thing, and that Wunmi goes both ways. Now, Wunmi is said to have been a rapper before. With that voice, there's nothing good about her voice. She sounds horrible. There's this hoarse, sound when she speaks. She speaks like someone who has abused her voice bank, like with substance, and they said she's that kind of person. Her voice is like a tout. Her voice is not even. And I sometimes one wonder why Mohbad. What did Mohbad find appealing in that girl? And also, Wumi's mother, you know how many of these police officers, how they are. I'm not saying all of them, but many of them, you know how they are. You know how they are. They said she sells rice, according to our guest. This still goes back to the image that certain people wanted to present Wumi to be like. Wumi is not from the trenches. Why did they start up with this conversation, with this narrative? It is because they know where they were heading to. People already knew that Wumi is interested in nothing else than how to reap Mohbad. That's it. Umi is interested in reaping Mohbad, how to harvest Mohbad, how to get from Mohbad. So they needed to show us that well-to-do family, wealthy family. We have our families in the US. The mom lives in the US. They wanted to sell us that narrative, but people went back and said, no, 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 no. Before the visa lottery, what was going on? And even afterwards, what is still happening in you guys' life? You guys are local with your US. With your US, you are so local. So local. You guys have not upgraded yet. You've not upgraded. Unfortunately, Wumi is from a home that is upside down. She too, she's upside down. Karimo told us every of this thing. This is where Mohbad connected to. Maybe he felt that, okay, let me connect with this woman. Let me connect with this lady that sort of, she has the same, maybe it's out of empathy or pity or something. I don't know. Like this person has some kind of, I don't know. There's something that he found. That's what we do in life. We make decisions that are not right. We make decisions. We choose things that are not good for us. That's the truth. I'll give you an example. If you are to go to a restaurant and you see a plate of salad and all of that, salads and cheese, all of those things put together in a plate, and you see a plate of burger, which one will you choose? Unless you have grown to a point, you've advanced, you understand certain things, you will not choose the salad. You will rather pick the burger. That's what you want to eat. Why? Because the burger has been designed, packaged, advertised to appear as the best, as appealing. But the salad does not need, there's no extra dressing. It's just what it is. So you don't want to go for that. But you want to go for that thing that has no value, no, that does not have any health value, but rather cause you problems. You see, that's the same thing. So we choose things. We make decisions that are not helpful. Mohbad made a bad decision. He made a bad decision. If that lady was not in Mohbad's life, and I'm kind of also thinking that, yeah, we heard that they had argument about the girlfriend in the UK, that he had met someone else, and Mohbad too is accusing, saying who is the father of this child, and a lot of talks here and there. We heard it all. We heard it all. Was Mohbad about to escape? And Wunmi, having realized that Mohbad is going to leave, she decided to off Mohbad and believe that she can inherit Mohbad. What are your thoughts? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.